So guys, I just had my dinner and I was going back to my hostel and I took this route because it looks very creepy and I feel very much scared, and that's the reason I'm taking a route of I feel a lot of scare. I don't know what's happening with me. My brain is also not working properly. I want to get back to my room as soon as possible because this even the lights are blinking over here. I'm very much scared. I don't know what's happening with me. What? I can see someone over there. Wait, what? Who was it? Wait. In any good investigation, you start by eliminating the simplest explanation, deliberate deception, and in the world of the paranormal, there are famous cases that are proven to be nothing more than clever tricks.
The most famous example is the Fox sisters from the 1800s. They became superstars by claiming that they could talk to spirits through a series of mysterious knocking sounds. People were mesmerized. But years later, the sisters confessed in public. The ghostly knocking was just them, secretly cracking their toe and ankle joints.
And this continues today. Recently, a viral video claimed to have captured the voice of Sushant Singh Rajput's spirit, but it was quickly debunked. The creator had simply manipulated audio clips from his old interviews. They were preying on people's grief for views.
So, we know for a fact that some stories are just that, stories. Frauds designed to fool us. But this doesn't explain the millions of sincere, personal experiences people have. People who aren't lying, so if it's not always a hoax, our investigation must go deeper.
The next logical step is to examine the proof that is often presented to us, especially in movies and on TV. Many horror films, like The Conjuring, build their terror on the phrase, based on a true story.
This phrase is a powerful psychological tool. It makes us lower our guard. But when you look at the real-life case that inspired The Conjuring 2, the facts are much less clear. The real investigators caught the children faking phenomena, and the famous demonic voice was highly suspected to be simple vocal tricks. The movie leaves that part out.
The same goes for the scientific tools used by ghost hunters. They use EMF meters that supposedly detect spirits, but these devices detect electromagnetic field, which are given off by everything from faulty wiring to your mobile phone. An EMF spike isn't proof of a ghost, it's a proof you're in a modern building.
And the famous thermal cameras that capture ghostly figures, they're just detecting heat. The ghost you see sitting on a chair is often just the residual body heat of someone who sat there minutes before.
So, the evidence we are often shown is either heavily exaggerated for movies or easily misinterpreted signs. But this still doesn't solve our core mystery. If it's not a hoax and the evidence is flawed, where does that powerful personal feeling of a haunting come from? Logically, the investigation must turn from the outside world to the inside.
We've now arrived at the most fascinating part of our investigation. What if the source of the ghost is you, not the imagination, but physical, biological workings of your incredible brain?
Let's start with the atmosphere. That creepy feeling you get in a supposedly haunted place. It could be infrasound. These are low frequency sound waves our ears can't hear, but our bodies feel. They can be caused by wind or even old pipes, and scientific studies have proven they can cause feelings of anxiety, dread, and the sensation of a presence. Your body is feeling a vibration, but your brain interprets it as a ghost.
And what you see, your brain is a pattern finding machine. In a dark room, it will desperately try to make sense of shadows. This is called pareidolia. It might turn a coat hanging on a door into a tall, slender figure. Your brain isn't seeing a ghost, it's creating one out of the chaos.
But here's the most defining piece of evidence. Neuroscientists have conducted experiments where they electrically stimulated a specific part of a patient's brain, the temporal lobe. The result? The patient immediately reported feeling a shadowy person standing behind them, mimicking their every move.
They didn't just imagine it, they felt it. A scientist using science created a ghost. This proves that the sensation of a presence can be a purely neurological event, a brain signal.
This even explains things like Ouija boards. It's not a spirit moving the pointer, it's your own brain making unconscious muscle movements through the ideomotor effect. Your subconscious mind knows what answer you expect, and it subtly guides your hand to it without you ever realizing. You are quite literally answering your own questions.
So, our investigation has led us here. We started with a universal feeling. We eliminated hoaxes and faulty evidence, and we arrived at the source, the magnificent, complex, and sometimes tricky human brain.
The conclusion isn't that ghost doesn't exist. It's that the ghost is a name we have given to a collection of very real, very human experiences.
It's the echo of our brain processing fear. It's the hum of infrasound in an old building. It's the product of a neurological misfire in our temporal lobe. It is the unconscious movement of our hands seeking an answer we already hold.
Understanding this doesn't destroy the mystery of the universe, it just relocates it. The most wondrous and mysterious object we have ever discovered is not a spirit from another world. It is the brain that is capable of creating that feeling in the first place.
Thank you for joining us on this investigation. We hope it gave you a new lens to look at the world. What are your thoughts? Does this explanation make the world feel more or less magical to you? We'd love to read your perspective in the comments.
If this investigation sparked your curiosity, please hit the like button and subscribe for more journeys into the science of the human experience. Until next time, stay curious.